Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Danny, and today we're going to Turks and Caicos. I'm so excited. It's my very first time. With my passport, I didn't require any additional paperwork or visas. However, they did ask a lot of questions such as how long did you stay and what do you do for work. We got asked that a few times actually. Upon arriving, I already fell in love with the weather. I believe the language here is English. Of course, everywhere there's a mix of languages spoken, and the currency was US dollars, or we were able to use US dollars there. Definitely have cash on hand, especially for the taxis, so just have a mix of cash and card. Turks and Caicos at this time was expensive. Y'all, you can see some of the prices here. In all fairness, we went to a very popular place. This is also where the fish fry after party is held, and the fish fry next door. There's an event for every day on the island, so certain days you can go here or there. They seem to be more popular. Highly recommend the fish fry, which you'll see later. I would definitely say this is a main or popular area, but if you venture off to the resort areas on the beach, you are able to find some more affordably priced restaurants. At the place we were at, meals for two were racking up to be about 100 US dollars, but other places they would reach about 50 or 75. We had breakfast, lunch, dinner, different types of meals. So make sure to pack your pockets. A lot of people stay in Providenciales, where the resorts are at. So boom, we landed, filled out a custom form on the plane, and then we're on this beautiful island. It felt very quiet at first, and then I realized if you want action, you go where the people go on whatever day they say to, such as the fish fry, or different restaurant lounges in the evening if you're looking for a more lively, vibrant vibe, or you're able to just chill out too. The beaches were really serene, super peaceful. The water was surreal. It was the clearest water I've seen so far in my entire life. A lot of people stay on Providenciales where the resorts are. Everything is nearby. Some stuff is walking distance. However, you are going to need to rent a car or utilize the taxis. And a lot of people are engaging in water sports. I tried parasailing for the first time. I did a clear kayak photo shoot, which is done with the drone. It's a very popular activity here. And I'm also doing what you would consider to be a booze cruise, all right, to Sunset, champagne, all you can drink cruise, which is one of my favorite activities to do on this island. Highly recommend doing some type of activity, and again, make sure you budget for this trip. I only stayed for a few days. You're gonna see a lot of cool boats on the water, like this one. I think it's a tiki bar. There was one with a slide, and then others with lounge chairs, and I think people were getting massages or something. Y'all, I took the leftovers I had because the portions were pretty good, and by the way, the drinks on this island are phenomenal. Oh my goodness.
This way, go all the way to the back.
Alright, thank you. The drinks were so good. The rum punch and some of the local drinks that are being made, oh my goodness. The staff was amazing, and the sunset cruise was unforgettable. The staff really went out their way to create a magical experience, even taking pictures for us during sunset. And don't worry, I'm not gonna voice over this entire vlog. There was just a lot of music playing because that boat was lit. Y'all, from the beginning to the end, we picked up different people along the way. Again, I cannot recommend the local drinks enough. Please try them. We also saw them at the fish fry. I had some of the best jerk tacos at Mr. Grouper's, and I had jerk taco spring rolls at the fish fry, which you'll see later. And then, of course, like I said, we did go parasailing, the clear kayak photo shoot, and I even rented, well, not rented, that sounds kind of weird, but I volunteered to watch and walk a puppy at one of the adoption centers, and it's such a great program. It socializes the dogs, but let me not get ahead of myself. I just want to let you know that this is going to be a very fun, exciting, action-packed vlog. But yes, this is the first activity. I'm still in awe. This was so amazing. Please be careful with how much alcohol you are consuming. Somebody on our cruise did just flat fall out on their butt, unfortunately, but it was so beautiful. We even saw dolphins, y'all, so it was like a 3-in-1. It was like a boat sailing, alcohol and food and snacks, all that good stuff, and then dolphin watching too. So yeah, I think this was well worth it. You can book in advance, or you can wait till you get to the beach or your accommodations to book tours, but I really think getting on a boat was mandatory out here. Of course, you can enjoy yourself without doing so, but out of the Caribbean islands I visited so far, I feel like this was the perfect place to be on a boat. Everything felt so perfect, and they even started serving us food, okay? We ate beforehand, but this was still nice. I went in May. I'd highly recommend sunscreen, of course. I ended up peeling, unfortunately. It was quite hot just being there for a few days. I still burned, and I did not require any type of mosquito repellent. I know some people are worried about mosquitoes and sand fleas, but thankfully that was not an issue on this trip for me. Very special shout out to the staff making this as special as it was. It was really breathtaking, y'all. It was such a breathtaking experience. Make sure you bring cash if you're trying to tip and show extra love, because this was such a lovely just evening. Everything, the sunset, the champagne, okay, they pulled out the Prosecco, they had the rum punch, any drinks you want. They were mixing drinks and they had some pre-canned already. So good. Again, please try the local drinks. They were such a delight, so tasty, and of course drink responsibly. We opted for the sunset booze cruise instead of like one of the day tours, but you do have other options available. There is a day tour I saw that like goes to Iguana Island. You can also go visit the shipwreck. I think you could take like jet skis out there and even jump off the boat if I remember correctly. Yeah. Whoa.
Roll me some. Everybody.
This was a mellow little vibe. I enjoyed it a lot. And again, figure out what's going on what days of the week. Like I said, there's the fish fry, the conch shack, plenty of restaurants and shisha lounges if you're interested in that type of thing. And the Noah's Ark, which seems to be a popular place as well. I believe it's one of those floating boats in the middle of the water, and you could drink, hang out, vibe out, whatever you want to do. All right. And of course, being in the Caribbean, being by one island usually means you're surrounded by plenty of others. Turks does have its fair share. However, we did stay on Providencia. It was closest to the airport for us, and it was just easier to navigate. Be mindful of cost and logistics if you are going to stay on different islands, and also please call your taxi in advance. All right, island time, I do believe in it personally. I love how chill and mellow things could be, but if you need to get somewhere early, especially the airport, I'd recommend getting to the airport very early. Our flight actually left early and it was quite busy. You want to make sure you're already in that taxi unless you're not in a rush. So yeah, back to Mr. Grouper's where I had the jerk tacos. I cannot give these tacos enough praise. The flavor, oh, the texture, the portion, phenomenal. But the entire island did not disappoint when it came to drinks. Every single drink we had was delicious. At one point, we even got a welcome drink when we were checking into this place. So freaking good. Oh my gosh, even the taco, like I really cannot trust these tacos, y'all. So good. I also had myself a mango cheesecake. Tasty. Super, super tasty. Also, a very special shout out to our driver. We were able to get his number and call in advance, and he was able to pick us up. So the entire time, it felt like a private driver. So amazing. That's so pretty. What's up, y'all? We're on the way to the kayak photo shoot. As y'all know, any areas I go or things I know I will put down below. But that being said, I did a lot of these excursions through Viator. I usually don't name price points because I know prices change. However, just for reference, the parasailing was about $85, the booze cruise was $120, and the clear kayak photo shoot was about $140. If you wish to know exactly who I went with or booked with, I can put it down below per request. That being said, honestly, everybody was amazing. Staff-wise, like on the island, the service staff, the driver we had, the booze cruise, and now the clear kayak photo shoot, everybody was extremely attentive, and they really did care about the photos here too. They were watching the water to see how clear it was so that the photos came out perfect, and they would even give you instructions like pose like this, sit up, stick your chin out, etc., because a lot of the photos were lying down, and this is how they turned out. Go ahead and get you a cute little backpack, all right, or something nice you can carry, a fanny pack, something, and bring water and all the things you need, essentials, battery pack, you know, whatever it might be, sunscreen, because it definitely came in handy, especially with this heat. That being said, calling a car now, or our driver that we've been working with while we're on the island, really do appreciate it. I honestly thought the taxis were going to be more. Maybe our driver was being kind, but for short distances for two, it was about 20-25, and then coming out here, I think it was about 40 each way because this was a further distance. This was booked in advance, so I had to come to the specific location, which was a bit further than where we were usually frequenting. That being said, I did see some clear kayak photo shoots in process on the beach we were at, which is a bit closer. So again, it doesn't hurt to wait. However, I'm so happy with the pictures and videos that I don't care. I'm really, really glad I did it. But being quite honest, you could probably meet all your activity needs in the same centralized area. You might not have to go out the way anyway, so it doesn't hurt to sometimes wait if you want to book. Also, there are plenty of other activities, including like, what is it, the off-roader, whatever these are, right? We saw these passing through as well. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Danny. I can't talk today. We are in Turks and Caicos. We're in Turks and Caicos. I showed you a lot of activities. I did like a booze cruise. That was really nice. That was so fun. The rum punch was so good. Just did a clear kayak photo shoot, and now about to go parasailing. It's hot. I have so much to tell y'all, but I'll tell y'all later. They say the official language is English. And then you might hear, I think I heard Turks and then like Caicos Creole. And then currency is the dollar. Bring cash for taxis. There's a fish fry tonight we're gonna check out. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, we're, I believe, in the Providenciales area right now, which seems like a popular point. It's a lot of resorts and restaurants and very quiet. It's probably like the quietest Caribbean island I've been to. The person I met here, he said that like every day of the week there's an activity like conch shack, fish fry, Aziza. So he said like every day of the week there's something if you want to know the schedule. But I don't know. Right now I'm about to go parasailing. So I'll see ya. Okay. Alright. Almost lost my shit. I am so excited. I've never parasailed before, so let's get into it. Got life jackets, all that good stuff on board. I contemplated bringing my phone, and ultimately I decided against it. There were some other people on the boat and they were kind enough to film the video for me, so I greatly appreciate that, but I'm really glad I didn't bring it. It just wasn't worth the loss. I didn't back up my photos, and honestly, the heights while you're parasailing are quite high. You could do thumbs up or thumbs down to go higher or lower too. If you get up there and you decide fully against it that you do not want to be up there anymore, he said you can wave your hands like a bird or your arms like a bird and they will bring you down. So there is that safety precaution. Like any activity that has an adrenaline rush, it's normal to be nervous. The entire boat was, but honestly, parasailing was such a freeing feeling. The water was stunning from up there, so blue. When you're on the boat and other people are taking their turns, you can see all the resorts and restaurants lining the coast right by the shore. It's so stunning. Highly recommend. This was really fun. All right, y'all, here we go. Let's parasail. I must say, it is so nice to be surrounded by great company when you're doing an activity, especially when it involves strangers. The boat was super cool, so like I said, somebody recorded for us, and it was beautiful up there. The water was stunning. I saw about 5 different color blues up there, just all intermingling and mixing with each other, and I just really enjoyed it. I would say definitely try to do some activities if you come out to Turks. It was amazing. I enjoyed myself. It's a great place to relax or find a nice little low-key party vibe as well. And as far as safety, I did go with somebody, so I can't fully speak on how safe I would feel coming solo. For me, I feel like it is a good safe solo location, but again, I did not experience that, so I don't want to share that if that is not the case for everyone. There was a lot of honking, even when I was with my friend, which happens a lot when I'm in the Caribbean. enjoyed the boat ride while everybody else took their turns. But yeah, a lot of honking and some hard stares at the window. I've experienced that in the Bahamas and Curacao as well. So again, I won't speak on the solo experience because I don't know it personally, but I did see a lot of groups out there, like girls trips, group trips, etc. So I'm the type that likes to swim in water that's clear, or at least water I can see through clearly, because there was something in the water. We weren't sure what it was, but we ended up getting out. It wasn't that serious, but we just kind of, quietly swam to shore and minded our business after that. I was trying to use my underwater, waterproof protector, which is a good thing to have if you want to, have a little tropical vacation and catch it on camera, but we weren't able to see it. So anyways, that being said, we stayed by the shore a little bit. This is after parasailing, and then we're going to the fish fry, which was a great vibe. Live music, food, drinks, and there's also an after party at Mr. Grouper's. Hey, we got a whole vibe. Y'all, we got the fish fry. Y'all, we got jerk chicken, spring rolls. We're at the fish fry. I love it. The Caicos can and the I look here. All right, we're taking a walk over to breakfast. Walking wasn't necessarily unbearable, but you do have to be mindful that it is hotter. And by the time it hits midday, sometimes you just don't even want to walk anywhere. So getting an early start, going to breakfast. Like I said, all places are not super expensive. So definitely shop around and see the different prices for where you're staying at. There are a lot of beautiful beachside restaurants, so definitely check some out. And also a piece of advice, check the hours before you go. Make sure they're open. There are some restaurants that will not open until the evening around dinner time, so make sure they're open before you go. We saw a few places that looked absolutely delicious, but didn't get a chance to try because they were opening later. However, we did try our fair share of restaurants. I really enjoyed this Turks trip. We ate really well. The drinks were phenomenal. I can't stress this enough. None of the drinks missed on this island whatsoever. None of them missed their mark. They were so delicious, whether it was at the fish fry or a restaurant, wherever you got it, okay, during an activity such as the booze cruise. All the alcoholic drinks were very sensational. So right now we're gonna head to a place that will let you volunteer to walk a puppy while you're on vacation. As you can see, there's plenty of wildlife out here. The lizards running around, okay, all those reptiles. This bird, we were trying to figure out if it was real. It was just staying very still until we saw its eye move. But yeah, lots of resorts, lots of restaurants. But back to the activity at hand. We're gonna go walk a puppy. I'm so excited. This was such a healing and wholesome activity. For the adoption center, it is a great way to socialize the dogs. A lot of them were so sweet, super playful. You walk around the beach, you see all these people just walking around with these puppies. And for the people actually volunteering for the walks, it was just really enjoyable. I had a great time. This is one of the things I was most looking forward to. They say to get there early because sometimes there won't have puppies available for the walks, but thankfully by the time we got there, there was still a few left. So let's go walk a puppy. Oh my gosh, my puppy's name was Charms. We were able to keep him out for about 2 hours, and you can even post pictures and videos online to help them in getting adopted after you've done the walk. Also, they give you everything you need: water, toys, snacks, etc. You don't have to worry about anything. Fill out the paperwork, and yeah, that's it.
Thanks again, guys.
Oh, what an honor. Of course, keep a very close eye on your puppy. So this is Charms. This is his very first walk. He just came from the foster home yesterday. That's what the adoption center said. So yeah, I'm so happy to be out. First, he was a little bit nervous, all right, running around, trying to figure things out, a bit confused, would get a little stuck. Just be patient. Sometimes you do have to carry them. It is hot and they get tired, but it was so cute, y'all. I got very lucky. Regardless of the temperament, I was going to be excited to have a pup and be patient. Of course, you know, you are working with a puppy, but he was very well behaved, okay? Super calm, very curious. The only thing I had with him is that he kept like playing in the sand to the point where he was almost eating it. So I had to pick him up at some point and put him on the chair because I was worried about the sand. He was enjoying the beach. For his first walk, he was really loving it out here, rolling around, doing a whole bunch of stuff. So again, I did pick him up because I didn't want him consuming sand. I know that is very problematic. So of course had to put a stop to that. And again, please, you do sign paperwork assuming some type of responsibility while you have the dog. So make sure you're keeping an eye on your pup, okay? Don't make it a combo thing or a multitask thing. For me, it was just me and the puppy. I went to go sit on a chair at the beach and that was it. My focus was on him. I fed him some treats. He wasn't interested. He was not interested. He was just playing around in the sand, or if he did grab it, he wanted to eat the treat out the sand. I was like, no, we can't do that. As you see, they have like a little pop-up bowl too where you're able to fill it up with water. He kept drinking out of it and then knocking it over and then filling it up with sand. But this was one of my favorite experiences. It's definitely a core memory. The fact that you're able to go to Turks and Caicos and just have a puppy for a couple hours. We did not keep him the entire time. It is very hot. A lot of people who had their puppies were keeping them in the shade. You see them sitting around, just relaxing with them, carrying them. You know, it's not really, well, this is what they actually said too. It's not really a walk as far as an exercise walk. It's more of a socialization walk. It's to get them used to people. It's to get them outside, you know, just well-tempered. So this was really enjoyable. I hope you had a great time. I really enjoyed this. Like, I can't stress this enough. I actually saw a recommendation on Reddit and I was like, that's a thing. And then next thing you know, here we are in Turks and Caicos doing it.
Hello, Charms, do you know your name? Charms. Charms, hello, you're so cute. Y'all, this is our goodie bag. So we got treats, toys, water bottle, one of them pop-out bowls that I'm about to refill in a second because he keeps knocking over. And then the little duty bags tied to it. And then, of course, the doggy.
Yeah, the back half of this vlog might just be all dog content. No, I'm joking, y'all. We're gonna grab something else to eat. I'm gonna see a sensational sunset. Oh my gosh, absolutely stunning. Before I leave Turks and Caicos and just walk around, enjoy ourselves a little bit more. But yeah, Turks and Caicos, as any place is, as I always say, is really a pick your own adventure, okay? You're gonna see what feels like the rich people club, the people on the yachts, the resort. Definitely a place for money. And please do not wait last minute to book something. All right, we ended up having our accommodations, but we did switch over to different accommodations just to get something with a pool. I think having some type of pool while you're here is really great. It gets super hot and being able to lounge out somewhere I feel like is a must. But we ended up switching accommodations at the last minute. The cost of hotels, y'all, especially along the shore, no joke, was going up to like $500, $700, $1,000 per night. Okay, you see people on the yachts living their best life, enjoying themselves. This is a place where people bring their bread for sure. And even again at customs, like, or well, not customs, but like the airline we flew with, and when we were at the airport, we were asked multiple times what we do for work, how we make money, because I think this is just a place where, you know, it's pricier. I know there's always questions, security questions, just, you know, general questions to figure out what your purpose of travel is, but this is my first time in my travel history that I've been asked back to back what I do for work, how do I make income, or how do I make my money, etc. And it was just interesting to see. So yeah, but that being said, pick your own adventure. If you want to sit on the beach, have a little picnic, or sit down with a pup and enjoy a beautiful day in Turks and Caicos, do that. If expensive resorts and big boats are your thing, go for it.
Hello. We going, baby. I know it's hot. It's hot. I know. We go. Alright, me. We gonna head back, my love. Yes, you. Yes, you. You. No, I'm sorry. I don't want you to understand. I just cleaned your face as best I could. Hello. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is the best experience.
Charms was such a good boy. Oh my goodness, he definitely had an impact on my trip, and it was just so sweet cuddling with him at the beach. He was absolutely phenomenal. He was such a sweetheart. Oh my goodness. The people do this regularly too. So many people came up and they're like, oh my gosh, a puppy. Like some people knew about the program. Others didn't and took an interest, but it's so nice to see, well, at least, you know, from a superficial eye, that the dogs are well taken care of and they get to go outside, hopefully with good people, and just enjoy themselves. But yeah, people apparently frequent this spot. Oh yeah, there are also like these love buggies you're able to take, okay? But for me, it was very hot. So I don't know if I wanted to be out there driving around. If they were having fun, I love that for them. They looked so adorable. I think it was a great experience for them. But for me personally, I was cool with the boat activities. As I mentioned, another big thing for people when they come to Turks and Caicos, that shipwreck, jumping off it, whether you want to or not, okay? If you want to face that fear, and the Iguana Island. And of course, there's a bunch of other stuff to do too, but I'm really happy with what we did. Got this nice little welcome drink, checked into a new spot. Like I said, we did stay on Providenciales. I did not check out any of the other islands. I believe Cockburn Town is actually the capital, and we saw hotels and Airbnbs out there. They were much cheaper, but I also read that getting a boat out there was a bit pricey. So be mindful of that. Check where your accommodations are on the map and check where you want to go or where you want to frequent before you come, so that way you can make sure you're in the right area. Today is going to be a relaxing pool day for me. Definitely earned it and deserved it. Did a lot of walking, exploring, all that good stuff. And unfortunately, due to weather, my plane actually arrived a day after I was supposed to. So I missed the whole day in Turks because I had to wait 24 hours to catch the next flight. From where I was flying from, there was only one flight leaving that airport, the Turks and Caicos. And by the time my plane arrived, the connection was leaving. Yeah, so anyways, nice pool day. It's super hot. It's so hot that it even hurts to walk on this right now. Given the prices and the nature of some activities, I think Turks and Caicos is a great place for a group vacation, all right? Go ahead, order a bunch of stuff at a restaurant and split the cost amongst friends. I'm not saying you can't go solo or as a couple. Just anticipate a really good budget so that way you can afford everything you need to do, from the taxis to food, drinks, and any excursions. As far as excursions, I would say you can honestly wait till you get here. Like I said before, I booked everything in advance. I just wanted to be well prepared. But when you get here, there's so many flyers, different adventures. You might want to do one thing when you go, and then you get there and you see something else you want to do. So just keep your options open. We relied on our driver a lot. Shout out to him again. He was phenomenal. Big smiles on all our faces when he would pull up. But also be careful while you're walking because there are stray dogs. They kind of mind their business though. Y'all, when I tell you I sat outside with a book and just watched the sunset and woke up early and watched the sunrise, man, Turks and Caicos was absolutely beautiful. Things I feel like I did right, staying for only a few days. It was really 4 days, but technically 3 because I ended up flying in late, unfortunately. But if you want to spend more and enjoy yourself more and you are on a budget, or maybe you just don't have that much time off, I'd say just go for a quick little, I wouldn't say weekend, maybe 2-3 days minimum. I mean, yeah, so I guess that is the weekend, but 3 days minimum, and I think you'll really enjoy yourself, see what you want to see. I think it's a really great resort and restaurant place if you're trying to just relax. No pressure to really do anything. You don't have to do any excursions, or there's not a bunch of things you're missing out on if you don't go. There's just some places available that are pretty cool if you want to check out, but no pressure. Give yourself a healthy balance of activity days and relaxation days. Just create that little, mix the half and half, and then also make sure sure you don't have to, but I would recommend skipping the stop for the shop and go ahead, bring your travel size hygiene supplies, your favorite, whatever it might be. That way you don't have to pay more while you're on the island. I even saw some travel articles recommending that you bring your own snacks just so you don't have to pay more for what you would have paid for at home. But make sure you check customs, be careful with that, importing food, all that, fruit, etc. You know, I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but that's what I saw online. Book your flights and accommodations in advance, check the hours of places, and have an amazing time. This is our very last stop for breakfast and the very last morning. Had some delicious fruit. Oh, the fruit hit the spot for sure. And then we called our driver to take us to the airport. Thankfully, we decided to go even earlier than planned, and I'm glad we did because it was super busy. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this travel vlog. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next adventure. Bye.